Alrighty guys, we are here to go over my fall TBR. It's like stacked right in front of me. Welcome back for those that are coming back, and for those that are new here, my name is Laura. I'm going to preface this by saying you will hear my kids in the background. My husband Dave is downstairs with them. My mom is downstairs with them, so they are extra rowdy today, but let's dive on into what we have here. I'm going to start off with Cozy Mysteries because they are just like what's right on top here. The first series we have, I do have a whole series on here. This one I actually got from Books with Amy. She raves about this series. I'm excited to dive on in. This is an Ice Cream Shop Mystery series by Mary Ellen. We have book 1, The Rocky Road to Ruin. We have Mint Chocolate Murder, which is book 2. And then Fatal Fudge Swirl, which is book 3. Can you guess why I want to get to this one in the fall? This takes place during Halloween, so I want to read these two early on and then read this one when Halloween is coming around. I feel like it's perfect. Cozy mysteries in general just feel very perfect for the fall. So these three, of course, had to be on my fall TBR. Then I have this one, and I just read the first one in this series, and this one I believe actually takes place during the fall as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it says on the back here Fall Festival. So again, another perfect read for the fall. It is A Sprinkle in Time by Dana Mentink. I just got done Point of No Return and really enjoyed the first book, so I'm looking forward to diving on into this one. And I do believe the third book, which I also have on my TBR shelf, takes place during Christmas, so it's perfect. We go summer, fall, winter. So this one is on there. This next one we have here was purchased for me by one of you. Megan, I look at this book and I think of you, and I am so excited to read it and tell you what I think and, you know, watch the movie. So as you can tell, it was made into a movie. This is part of the Ainsley McGregor series, and the book is called A Case for the Winemaker by Candace Havens. So that is what this one looks like. Again, thank you to Megan. I'm so excited. I do plan to read this and then right afterward watch the movie. So there is that one. This next one so many people talk about and so many people have raving reviews of, so I'm excited about this. This is Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jessie Q. Sutanto. So excited! So that wraps it up for the Cozy Mysteries. So next here on the pile is romantic suspense, and I have not read any romantic suspense. I'm excited to jump into them. I do have to say I do have one other author that I don't have physically here that I'm looking to jump into her work, and that is Lynn H. Blackburn. I heard Oshina talk about her work recently, and I want to dive in. I want to see what Oshina is talking about. I love her recommendations, so she's an author I'm looking at trying. And then I have here Nancy Mell, and I have her Kaylee Quinn profile series. So book 1 is Mind Games, book 2 is Firestorm, and then book 3 is Dead End. And I got these for such a good deal off of Pango. I could not pass these up. And again, I've heard really great things about Nancy's books, so excited for those ones. And then this last one here, I got sent this by the author actually in a package because I ordered a series from her, but I already had book 1 in the series, so she wanted to give me another book to try out, and I am so appreciative. This is by Pamela Humphrey, and you may know her as Remy Carrington, and this is book 1 in her romantic suspense series called Hill Country Secrets, and there it is. It's Finding Claire. I, again, am so excited. I already know I love Pam's writing from her Stargazer Ranch series, so I am so excited about this. Like I said, I love her writing. I love her character development, so I'm excited to jump into her romantic suspense series. And then we have here a bunch of romance. Now there are different subgenres. We have rom-com, we have contemporary, we have time travel, we have YA, we have historical. There's a lot here, so let's jump on in. So the first one we have here I actually found on Instagram, so I'm so excited to read it. I haven't heard very much about it. This is A Little Something Sweet by Laura Ashwood. This is part of a series, so I'm excited to jump in and give her rating a try. And then we have here, I know I said Pam is also Remy Carrington. We have the rest of the Stargazer Springs Ranch series. Guys, I loved the first book. I want to finish the series this fall, jump into her romantic suspense, and also possibly get to start her Never Say Never series. We will see. I wasn't going to add any of the Never Say Never series in here because I have a lot of books in this pile. So let's go through these. Book 2 in the Stargazer Springs Ranch series is Enchanted by Joji. Then we have Helped by Ava. I have to say, Pam/Remy, her writing, the characters, the side characters, you are just so invested in every single character, even if it's a side character. Ava was a side character in book 1, and let me tell you, I cannot wait to get to her story. There's book 3, then book 4 is Inspired by Mindy. Book 5 is Captivated by Steph. And book 6, I can't wait to get to this one either. This character was also a character in book 1 that I'm just so excited for. Loved by Tandy. So that is the Stargazer Spring Ranch series. I really hope I get to all of them and just complete the series, and I can't wait to have them on my shelves. I don't know if you saw, the spines are even just absolutely stunning. So there are those. This one I have here, I have heard every single person that has read the series say absolutely amazing things. I have book 1. I have a feeling I'm going to have to get the other books in the series. I know the next book is coming out shortly. This is part of the Timeless series, and it is book 1. It is When the Day Comes by Gabriel Meyer. There is that, and the cover is just absolutely stunning. I don't know if I mentioned, but this is a historical romance. I heard there's like time travel involved in here, and I'm so excited. Then we have a Nicole Deese. I actually read my first book by her, and it is, you can't at all see it. I don't know why I'm pointing up there, but I did read my first one by her, and it was The Words We Lost. Again, I'm still pointing up there and you can't see it. But we have book 2. This is The Roads We Follow. I did not even say the series name. It is part of a Fog Harbor romance series. There is that one. I know book 3 is coming out in 2025, and I am so excited. I really loved The Words We Lost. I loved how deep the story was. It was an emotional story, and I can't wait to get to this one. The next 2 we have are by the same author. Again, an author I've heard phenomenal things about. Everybody I've heard talk about these books absolutely loves them. The first one is The Letter Tree by Rachel Fordham. So there is that one. And then the second book we have by her is Beyond Ivy Walls. This is a new release, and I can't wait to get to it. So there is that one. We are coming up on the end here. We only have 3 books left. The next book I have is a contemporary romance. I've heard great things. This one is Love in Tandem by Becca Kinzer. There is that one. I believe Becca Kinzer is also the one that wrote Dear Henry, Love Edith. And I've heard mixed things about that one. I've heard people really enjoy it or don't like it all too much. So we shall see. I honestly haven't come across it at Barnes, which is where I picked this one up, or I probably would have grabbed it. Maybe I'll grab that one from the library since there is such mixed reviews on that one. But I've heard a lot of people really enjoyed this one and can't wait to get to it. This next one, I'm not quite sure what this one is. It might be women's fiction. It talks about a woman's friendship. It might be literary. I'm not quite sure, to be quite honest. This was mostly a cover buy, and I'm excited to get to it. Haven't heard very many people talk about it, but I do believe it is an older book. Not too old. We have 2020. This is The Book Charmer by Karen Hawkins. So there is that one. This is part of a series. I believe there are 2 other books in this series, so I'm excited to start this one. Last but not least, we have a very popular YA fantasy romance, and I have to be honest, I was going to let this book go. I felt like I picked it up just because it was popular and trending, and I felt like I needed to read it. And you guys obviously know I read Clean Closed Door, and a lot of, I feel like, YA sometimes pushes the envelope with the clean and closed door aspect of things. So I was going to let this go, but I ended up pulling it out of my unhaul pile because I've heard so many amazing things about this book, and a lot of the other booktubers that I love and follow have said amazing things about it. So it's safe to pick up. I'm going to pick it up. This one is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Again, it is very popular. I am very excited to get to it. and see what it is all about. I have to be honest, I don't read fantasy very often, so this is even kind of going out of my comfort zone, but I am excited to try it and see what all of these rave reviews are about. So there's Powerless by Lauren Roberts, and that completes my fall TBR. Like I said, there are a lot of books here. Will I get to all of them? I hope so. You guys know I kind of just wing it. I do have a TBR. I do have what I want to read, but you know, there are new releases. There are books I'm finding out about all the time. I have loads of books on my Kindle, which there will be a video coming of all of the books I have on my Kindle as well. So if you want to see that, make sure to stick around, hit that subscribe button. I would absolutely love to have you. But that makes up all of the physical books on my fall TBR. Thank you guys for sticking around. I would love to know what books are on your fall TBR? What do you have your eye out for? Are there any new releases? Are there any series you're continuing? Let me know in the comments down below. I would absolutely love to hear. Also though, if you've read any of the books on my fall TBR, I want to know your thoughts and opinions on those as well. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me for this video. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I will see you guys soon.